Extension, roll and stretch with Cindy Angulo. First, 10 to 30 seconds or 5 reps on each. We're gonna lay over the roller under your chest and you're gonna extend over it as you breathe out and breathe in as you come up. Next, we're going to do the latch. You can move your arm around and you're gonna move to the back side of the armpit until you feel little pains and sit on it. Then we have IT bands and TFL bands, which is the side of your leg. Start from your knee and move up to your quad. You can bend your knee to make it a little bit more intense. Then we have the glute where you're sitting on the roller. You can fan your knee or you can move your leg around or you can do a figure 4 stretch on top to get into the piriformis. Then we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna do our lat stretch. Again, you can move your arm around, toss your hand up and down, and you stay there and breathe. Then we're moving down to the IT band and the TFL band. Move around if it's on the back side or the front side of the side of your leg. Then we have the glutes and piriformis. You're gonna sit on it, fan your knee, move your leg around, and if you still don't feel it very much, you can always cross your leg over and get a little bit deeper stretch in the glute and piriformis. Next, we're gonna move into hamstrings. Put one leg over and lean forward. One leg is off to the side. If you can't do it, you can raise it up onto a table and get into that position. The key is having the leg back so you can actually get leaned forward onto the hamstring and roll around. Then we're gonna do the calves. So we're gonna cross one leg over the other and you're gonna circle your ankle and then you're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Move up and down from your ankle to your knee. Next we have our adductors. We're gonna lay on our stomach like a plank. We're gonna put one leg over the roller and we're gonna bring it up to 90 degrees and roll, kicking your leg out and in. After you do that, you're gonna move up to the chest. You're gonna lay on it on an angle and you're gonna move your arm around so it can dig around into that pec. Do the same thing on the other leg. You may notice you have one side tighter than the other. That's completely normal. Make sure you breathe through each one. And again, do the other chest, moving your arm around and trying to find where you have nodules. We're gonna hold the roller overhead and you're going to take one opposite hand to the ground. We're gonna rotate at your T-spine and get a nice twist. Next, we're gonna tie the band together. We're gonna stand on it. We're gonna put it over our shoulders so it kind of digs into our trap, and we're gonna lean our head the opposite way to get a little bit of a deeper stretch in the neck or the upper trap. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Make sure you breathe through the stretch. You can also look kind of down and you can kind of tilt your ear down towards the floor. Be careful if you're gonna look up towards the ceiling at all. Just make sure there's no pain. Next, we have shoulder extension over on the door. You're gonna extend, reaching arms above your eyes, and you're gonna add a hamstring stretch where you kick one leg out in front as you extend your hips back. After that, you're gonna turn sideways and reach the leg that's furthest away behind you and push into the door to get that lateral body stretch. Now we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. Put your glutes up against the door or a wall. Put the roller behind your knees. If the roller's not big enough, put some pillows. Try and keep your heels off the wall. Keep your back smashed. Extend your knees so your hamstring stretch, and do snow angels where you're trying to slide your arms along the floor. Keep your chin tucked. You can also do internal external rotation with your elbows. Just moving around and breathing. Stay here for as long as you need. Now we're gonna do a chest stretch with the roller. If the roller's too much, you can always use a band in place of it. Do not force it. Another nice stretch is grabbing the roller behind you and lifting. Make sure you roll your shoulders back before you lift. You do not want to cave forward. Next, we have a low back cat-cow stretch where you're gonna put a band up around your lower back and put the handles in your hands. You're gonna do that a couple times, then put one leg out to the side and do that cat-cow stretch again. It's kind of a Cossack stretch, where you put one leg out and you can rock and you can do cat-cow and focus on your breathing pattern. Breathe out as you come up and breathe in as you come up, breathe out as you come down. Now we're gonna do a Cossack stretch. No bands, you're gonna rock forward and back. You can roll your heel back as you go. Then we're gonna add a thread the needle. The leg that is out to the side is the arm that's gonna be folding through, grab the ground, and then reach up towards the ceiling, pushing from the ground to open up your chest. Do it as many times as you need to open up your upper thoracic. If there's any knee pain, you can always put a pillow or something under your knee. You should not work through any pain. Next, we have the thoracic chest stretch. Put your elbows on the chair. You're gonna cat-cow it. You're trying to drop your head down towards the ground. Now keep your hands slightly separated and your elbows as close together as you can. Then we're gonna get the chair and we're gonna do a hamstring hip flexor or hamstring planks, where you're gonna pull back, do a hamstring stretch, pull those toes back, and then you're gonna go forward into a plank. Hamstring stretch and go forward into a plank. Now we're doing a downward dog stretch where you stick your butt back and go back into a plank. Again, downward dog, push the chair away and come back to a plank. Now we're gonna do a rotating chest stretch where you rotate side to side, opening up your chest. Your feet are going to roll to the sides. You do not keep your feet centered. Drop into a lunge, tuck your butt under first before you go down into your lunge, and then pull back into a hamstring stretch. You can add a rotation when your leg is either bent, or you can add a rotation when your leg is pulled back and straight. Either one of those, maybe even do both. Breathe through your stretches and always try and pull your toes back as you bring your foot back. The chair is nice. If you need to do it on the ground for a better stretch, that's always an option. Now we do the Cossack stretch with the chair. For those of you who were not able to successfully do it before, you rock forward and back, leaning in a side lunge, and then you're going to reach through and do that thread the needle. So the leg that's straighter is going to reach through, the arm is going to reach through, and then up towards the ceiling. And the chair just allows you to get a bigger range of motion without being restricted for any tightnesses that you may have trying to do it on the floor, because this is a fairly important stretch for the groin. Next, we have a calf stretch. Turn your toe in if you toe out when you walk, and just kind of raise up and down on your heel. Rock your ankle side to side is another one. You can grab the band, wrap it around your back, put the handles on your feet, and kind of shimmy your way forward and back. This is a good activator and a good releaser for your QL muscles. Finally, you're going to connect the band to a door, and we're going to do some chest stretches and lat stretches holding onto the band. And you're going to do what is called a shoulder distraction, where you kind of let the band pull your shoulder away from your body, and you can feel a really nice stretch into the shoulder capsule. Don't pull too hard, make sure you're breathing, and nothing should hurt. Congratulations and have a great workout. Don't forget to do all your prehab exercises before you get begun on any strength training or cardio workout. We'll see you soon.